Muy buenos días, ¿cómo están? Buenas noches, buenos días. La verdad estoy un poco confundido. Son 3 de la mañana en Cabo Cañaveral, 3 de la tarde en Wenchang, en China. Así que yo me estoy escuchando mucho eco. Yo no sé cómo me están escuchando ustedes, pero bueno, no importa. Quiero darle la bienvenida a Wu Lei, que es un periodista de la CGNT o de la China Global Network Television, que está en vivo ahí y me gustaría darle la bienvenida. How are you? Perdón que I was doing the introduction in Spanish, but now we are switching to English.
Hi, Emmanuel. Thank you for having me. We're now
Thank,
at the Wenchang spacecraft launch site.
thank you, thank you for your time. I don't know if are you listening the echo?
We are now waiting for the launch, and we know that there are about 2.5 hours away from the launch. The launch window is expected to be 5:27 p.m. here in Beijing time at the Wenchang spacecraft launch site. So the scientists will decide the exact launch time. They have designed 5 exact launch windows for the Long March 5 rocket. So from 5 to 6 o'clock, they will launch the Chang'e-6 probe into its orbit. So we are very excited to be here and waiting for the launch.
I really appreciate that you are here with us because I know exactly what you feel. You are right there on near the launch pad. I know you're working for the CGTN, and it involves a lot of intensity. And the fact that you're giving me 10-15 minutes, it's very important. Mostly because for us in the Western Hemisphere, it's not that usual to be right there on the scene like you. So first of all, I would love to ask you, what's the atmosphere? How does it feel to be right there on the Wanchang complex? And do you feel the excitement? There's a lot of people. Tell us about what you see around you.
Exactly. Exactly. Actually, this time, because it's Labor Day, made a holiday here in China, so tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of tourists and space fans all come to Wenchang spacecraft launch site. Near the launch site, they were watching the launch at the beautiful beach. And here inside the launch site, we are also having some global journalists. We know that this time we have 4 international payloads. So many global journalists have been invited to come to inside of the launch site and to watch the exciting moment. And also at the same time, representatives from some international space organizations like the United Nations Office for Outer Affairs Office, and also the International Astronautical Federation and APSCO. Many global space agencies like ESA, like the European Space Agency, like the CNES, French Space Agency, the scientists and their representatives have also come to Wenchang spacecraft launch site. They will be watching this exciting moment. So I can tell you that it's really exciting, and people around the world are looking forward to this launch.
When these kind of launches happen in China, it is something that all the people at a national level are paying attention and watching on TV, or is only the people that care about space? What is the coverage nationwide?
I have to say that this is really a big news. So we will live stream this not only on TV, but also on different social media platforms. For example, we will live stream on Weibo and also on the global social media platform like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. CGTN will live stream the launch in global social media platforms. So here in China, millions of people will watch uh, either on TV or on their through their mobile phones. They can watch this exciting launch by their phones. So I believe that when the launch is happening, millions of people will be watching this exciting moment.
And Wu, you mentioned me. You mentioned to me during the day that there's a beach where thousands of people go there to watch the launch. Can you tell us what's the ambient there? Is full of people right now?
Yes, exactly. When we are on the way to the Wenchang spacecraft launch site, there are so many cars on the road, and tourists are flooding to the beach. The beach is now already filled with people. They will be waiting there for hours in order to have a better, better better place to take cameras, to take pictures. A lot of parents are bringing their children because this is a Labor Day holiday. So the children and their parents have the time to come here to watch the launch.
How far away is the beach? So the people, what is the
Uh,
closest that you can be?
the beach is about 3 kilometers or 5 kilometers at most to the launch pad.
It's very
So,
close.
because of the Wenchang spacecraft launch is near the sea, near the beach, so people in this town and they can watch in open place when the rocket blasting off.
Wu, most of the journalists covering this mission. I know this is an international mission. But it has
Yeah.
experiments from Europe, from France, from Italy, from Sweden, from Pakistan. We're going to talk about that. But do you see a lot of international media? If I want to go in the
Yes.
future to cover, am I allowed to go there and to cover a lunch?
Today, I met many global journalists, like some journalists from BBC, from CNN, and also some journalists from Pakistan, from France, from Italy. Most of them, because of they have their international payloads, and I think you are welcome to come to China. But firstly, you have to apply to
Right.
the register for the for this launch mission with the China National Space Administration, because most of these journalists they are based in China. It's more convenient for them to come to Wenchang to watch and to enter the Wenchang spacecraft launch site. But future, if anyone who is interested, any journalist who are interested in covering the launch here in Wenchang, they are very welcome to come to the city to record this historic moment.
Wu, I know this is a very ambitious mission. We had Chang'e. How you pronounce it? Chang'e. How you pronounce in Chinese the mission?
It's called Chang'e.
Chang'e 6 is
Yes,
mostly.
Chang'e is
Go ahead.
yeah, Chang'e 6 is a goddess of the moon in
Okay.
Chinese mythology. There is a legend about the Chang'e and its rabbit. Its pet, she has a pet called Jade Rabbit or Yu Tu. So in Chinese mythology, Chang'e is the wife of Hou Yi, a hero who shot down 9 sons out of 10 in ancient times. So the god gave rewarded Hou Yi analyst or kind of a thing so that uh, he can get the immortality. But Hou Yi didn't take it. So his wife Chang'e had to protect it from getting to the wrong hand. So Chang'e got the annex. So she went to the moon, and so it's kind of a Chinese mythology. So Chang'e is a goddess of the moon in Chinese mythology. I can tell you
Thank
a little
you.
bit more about this name
Thank
of
you, Wu,
the
for
legend.
the. No, I love it. Thank you for the explanation. I think it's super important to understand why the name of different missions, and I think that's great. That's cool. So I
Yeah.
know that Chang 6 It's mostly a copy of the previous mission, but it's a little bit more ambitious in terms of the amount of samples that want to bring to Earth. Is going to the far side of the moon, first time ever. So what do you think are the expectations for the Chinese administration?
Actually, Chang'e-5 is collected the samples from the
Yeah.
near side of the moon, and Chang'e-6 is going to land on the South Pole Aitken Basin on the far side of the moon and try to collect the samples there. So I talked to some scientists, and they said the reason why Chang'e-6 is to go there is because the lunar samples there is much older and than the samples on the near side. And also, no country has ever done the landing and lunar sampling from the far side of the moon before. So Chinese scientists want to try this kind of technologies with the help of the Chang'e-2 relay satellite. So frankly speaking, because China has proposed to build an international lunar research station on the moon in the future, so Chang'e-6 mission is a very important step for these kind of technologies. So Chang'e-6 is really full of challenges and expectations for the south pole of the lunar and the far side of the moon.
I know that we have several international components of the mission, which we were mentioning. I took notes of different experiments like Dorn from France, Sweden, Italy, and Pakistan, which is going to be riding along with the spaceship and deploying a small CubeSat that is going to take photos of the entire ships and the lander together, right?
Yes, exactly. You are right.
When are you expecting that this Pakistani CubeSat is going to be separated? It's going to be once it's on orbit around the moon, when it's separation between the lander and the ship. When is exactly the Pakistani CubeSat is going to enter into action?
Oh, this is a very technical question. Actually, earlier this morning, I talked to a professor from Pakistan, and he explained to me that this is really a very important CubeSat for Pakistan and also China counterpart, because this is a co-developed project between China and Pakistan. Pakistan students and scientists are working closely with professors and students from Shanghai Jiao Tong University. They are developing this kind of CubeSat. The CubeSat will be deployed on the lunar orbit. So from the explanation in this program, it is suggested that the CubeSat will be separating from the Chang'e-6 orbiter in the lunar orbit, so that the cameras on the CubeSat can take pictures of the moon. So a lot of engineers and scientists from Pakistan are very looking forward to the pictures of the moon taken by the CubeSat.
Well, China is progressing very, very fast on its program towards the moon. All the Chang'e missions have been mostly successful. We have Chang'e-5 bringing samples from the near side of the moon. Now we are going to 6, that is going to the far side of the moon, and then we have like a very super ambitious missions like the 7 and the 8 on the South Pole. Can you tell us more about it, or we are still on the early stages?
Chinese scientists have already announced the plan for the Chang'e-7 and Chang'e-8 over the next few years. Around 2026, Chang'e-7 will be launched, and also around 2028, the Chang'e-8 will be launched. Both of these missions will be expecting to study the South Pole of the moon, but they are going to have also the international collaboration is open. any scientist or any country who are interested in the lunar programs are welcome to join. A lot of countries, a lot of scientists have already applied for the international payloads. They're going to arrive on the lunar South Pole, and they're also coming to detect the atmosphere, the environment there, and trying to build the basic model for the International Lunar Research Station. So we are expecting more details about these programs.
While we see some of the renders and videos of the Chang'e-6 missions, China a few days ago made the announcement that it's going to invite other international or other countries to join the space station. Do you think this is possible? And do you think when would this happen?
You mean the International Lunar Research
Uh,
Station?
No, I think China is going make the announcement that it's going to invite other countries to the Tiangong, to the low Earth orbit space station. So I wonder if there's more information about
Yeah.
that.
Yes, exactly. The China space station is a part of the China's manned programs. It's different from these lunar
Yeah,
programs. So for the astronauts, exactly, many countries have already shown an interest to send their astronauts to China space station, and China Manned Space Agency has already announced that they are making very detailed plans of the training of the Chinese astronauts and global astronauts, because they have to come to China, train together with Chinese astronauts together first.
right.
And then after evaluation, the Chinese astronauts and global astronauts can go to China space station in the future. This is already progressing, and we can expect that over the next few years, some global astronauts will have the chance to go to China space station.
Do you have any idea of the countries that I would be interested in going first?
I don't know which country already applied, but as far as I know, that many countries have already shown their interest. Many want to be the first, but I don't know who would be the first. So for China Manned Space Agency, they are always open to any collaboration. We don't have any limits of nationality or different countries. Anyone who is interested in this kind of program, they can apply, and the astronauts can come to China to take the training, and there is a kind of evaluation process, like selection process. So we will decide who will go to the China space station first.
Wu, tell us. I know you're super busy. We are going to have a few more minutes. Tell us about you. Since when you are a space journalist, and you've been passionate about
Uh-huh.
space all your life. Since when you are covering space missions?
Okay, let me see. My first space coverage is in about 2016, when China's Long March 7 rocket,
Okay.
its maiden launch was right here at the Wenchang spacecraft launch site, and that mission was also the first one for this new launch site. So since then, I followed very closely with China's space programs, not only the lunar programs, but also manned missions and also commercial space launches. Because in recent years, a lot of us commercial space companies are booming across the world, and many Chinese commercial companies, they want to develop faster and more powerful carrier rockets. So we are a lot of space fans and other space reporters are now following these missions.
Wu, I'm going to finish the chat with a question that I always ask the people that I interview. Tomorrow they call you and they tell you, Wu, we have a free seat on the Gensu 19. Would you go?
Yes, I would definitely go.
Wu, Thank you so much for your time. I
Thank
hope
you.
that
Thank you very much.
this is our first talk, but I hope this is not the last one. It would be
Yeah,
very very nice to have
yeah,
more regular conversations about the Chinese space program, which is extremely
exactly,
vibrant
exactly.
and progressing so fast. So I hope we can have another chat in the future. And good luck with the lunch.
Okay, thank you so much, and wish that maybe one day I can also interview you, because you as a also as a global journalist based in America, a lot of journalists also interested in the China space programs, and I hope that one day, if you have the chance, you are welcome to come to China to watch the launch at site.
I would love to, and I love the Long March 5. It's
Okay.
a very, very beautiful and photogenic rocket. So someday I think I will be
Yeah.
there, meet you in person. But let's have another conversation soon, okay? Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Linda, linda charla con Wu Lei, la verdad me encantó. No es fácil, estuvimos tratando de coordinar durante ya un par de días, hay 12 horas de diferencia y él trabajando, la verdad es que lo entiendo perfecto porque al estar en vivo y trabajando para una cadena de televisión y estar ahí lo conducís en el field, en el campo, no es fácil hacerse un ratito de tiempo para hablar con otra persona. Así que le quiero agradecer muchísimo. Espero que lo hayan disfrutado y creo que me gustaría tener una especie de puente ahora, ¿no? con Wu, para que quizás en forma más regular podamos hablar sobre el programa espacial chino. Me parece importante. Sé que lo tenemos que hacer en inglés. Ahora lo que voy a hacer es tratar de bajar este video y agregarle subtítulos para las personas que no entiendan inglés de primera mano. La verdad es que yo pensaba hacer traducción simultánea de comentarios, pero al final estaba tan concentrado en la entrevista que al final acá veo algunos comentarios. Bowery TV, me parece que esta persona lo conozco. Ese Chinese Antenna en Argentina related. Me pregunta si la antena que está. Saben que China tiene una estación terrena en Argentina, en la Patagonia. Que bastante polémica ha traído en Argentina, pero supuestamente esa estación terrena sirve para comunicarse con el sitio alejado de la Luna porque se comunica con un satélite que está del otro lado y hace una especie de relay. La verdad, no tengo idea. Si querés una respuesta honesta, no sé si justamente esa antena se va a usar. No me extrañaría nada que sí se utilice, porque esta sonda va justamente al lado opuesto de la Luna y si quieren hacer un relay de comunicación. Aunque también leí que durante el momento del alunizaje la sonda va a estar totalmente automatizada sin comunicación con la Tierra. Por lo tanto, esto ya me da la pauta de que probablemente no haya una comunicación en vivo con la sonda. Así que, bueno, te agradezco la pregunta. Bueno, los dejo. Son las 3:23 de la mañana. Imagino que les agradezco a todos los que se hayan conectado, también madrugando. Y les vuelvo a repetir, ojalá que podamos tener una conversación mucho más rutinaria con Wu para poder seguir hablando del programa espacial chino, no solamente de las misiones interplanetarias, sino también tripuladas, estación espacial y muchísimas otras cosas que están haciendo en la industria privada sobre todo. Así que gracias por la compañía y pasamos ahora a Starliner, CFT Starliner. A partir de mañana, atención 100% a Starliner que lanza el lunes que viene. Así que vamos a estar en vivo desde el Centro Espacial Kennedy probablemente varios días seguidos, desde mañana o pasado, desde el rollout, cámaras remotas, entrevistas a astronautas y la previa antes del lanzamiento. Así que solamente les voy a estar informando sobre todo lo que pasa en el lanzamiento de Starliner. Gracias y buenas noches.